welcome back to my channel. So today's video we are continuing on in my collection series. We're talking about my high-end primers today. So we're gonna dive right in. I have several primers. I've realized this pulling them all out. I'm like, I need to get through these primers because there are too many. So we're gonna dive right in. So I have a few primers from Smashbox and I'm gonna start with the primer water. So this guy here, I absolutely adore this product. I got this in a kit over the holidays. I've used up 2 of these travel size ones already and I'm now on my 3rd. I love the primer water. I think that this is a great product in the sense that it's multifunctional. You can use this before or after applying your makeup to sort of hydrate in the beginning, to rehydrate throughout the day, and also it does help settle all of that powdery finish of, when you apply all your powders, it does help settle all of that just like a setting spray would. So I do think this is a great product and I love the mister. I love the way that this goes on my face. It's refreshing. I highly recommend this one. And then I also picked up the full size of the coconut one from Nicole Concealio. I don't watch Nicole Concealio. I didn't buy it for that reason. I love coconut, and when I saw that they had the primer water in a coconut version, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a full size. This is my first full size of the primer water. Super happy to have it. I highly recommend this. I think it's great. And then during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, there's going to be the primer water on sale for $16, the original full size. And I'm thinking about picking up a backup. That's how much I love the primer water. Like another backup. This I'll probably just carry in my purse and then I would have that one for the house and then a backup because at 16 bucks, I feel like yes. All right, so the next one is from Smashbox as well, and this is the Photo Finish Radiance Primer. I like this, you guys. I think it's okay, but it's not something I would repurchase. I did receive this in gratis, and I'm thankful for that. I will use it, but, it does have that sort of gold finish to it, and then, you blend it out. It's kind of similar to like the Becca Backlight Priming Filter, but I feel like this is a little bit more of a pore filler at the same time, more of a smoothing type primer. Like I say, I do like it. I don't think it's something that's so wonderful though that I would feel the need to actually purchase it. So that's kind of where I stand on that one. And then I have the Smashbox pore filling or pore minimizing primer. This also came in with this kit. I like that this is a mini. I really like mini products, you guys, because I don't feel so much pressure to work through them. So this is very similar to the POREfessional from Becca, the NYX Pore Filler that I mentioned. It's got that sort of cream coloring to it, and it's got that whipped formula. It feels very velvety soft. I do like this one. I would say of the 2 of them, I prefer this one over this one. So that's kind of where I stand on these guys. I think they're nice primers. I just don't know if I would spend, what are these, $32 or $42 a piece? I don't think they're worth that. I think that there are other options out there that are just as good for half the cost. So that's kind of where I stand on that. The next one I have is the Laura Mercier Hydrating Primer. This I received as a 500-point perk from Sephora. It came with like a whole kit of Laura Mercier products. I felt like this was a very nice sample size of this primer. I do find this to be incredibly hydrating. I think it does a great job at giving me some, additional moisture before applying my foundation. You can see it's just a clear primer that sort of blends right in, and it really does feel like a lightweight moisturizer on the skin, and I do feel like it helps moisturize throughout the day. So this is one that I would consider paying full price for. I'm sure it's rather spendy though. And because I have quite the collection, I would really have to need something like this. But it does feel really, really beautiful. If you have super dry skin and you are looking for something that is going to actually hydrate, I would say this is a good one. The next one I have is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. I love this primer so much, you guys. I feel like this is very hit or miss with people. You either love it or you hate it. I love the frosted glass packaging. I think it's very luxe. It comes out in this sort of bright purple, sort of violet shade, which can be rather scary, but as you can see, it blends right in. This smells like lemons, which I think is so refreshing. And there's just something about this on my skin, you guys, that I absolutely adore. I feel like it's hydrating, and I do feel like it just creates this beautiful canvas for foundation. This is something that during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, I definitely want to pick up the backlight or perhaps a backup of that one. I know that's terrible because I still have quite a bit left of this one. I just love Becca primers so much. I think they're definitely worth the money. I know they're spendy, but this is one of my absolute favorites. All right, the next one I have is the Laura Geller Spackle Treatment. I have a backup of this. This is the even tone version. This is amazing. Nobody talks about this, and I don't understand why. It's got sort of that gold, again, that gold coloring to it. But this, when blended out, oh, this is so nice, you guys. It does not feel very dimethicone or silicone. It feels like a lotion consistency, but there's something about this in the sense that I like this for the summer months because I feel like I can wear this on its own and it just makes my skin look even, balanced, and healthy. But underneath my foundation in the summer months, I really feel like this helps mattify me throughout the day, really kind of keeps the oil at bay, and I don't know why people don't rave about Laura Geller primer. She has several different versions of it, and I just love them. The next one is the Benefit Porefessional. I've gone through 2 mini sizes and then this one here. The NYX Pore Filler is better, in my opinion. There is a lot of hype surrounding this. You don't really hear too much about it anymore, but this used to be like everyone's holy grail. It's a nice pore filling primer, you guys, but this tiny tube is $12. The NYX Pore Filler is also $12, and this you get 0.25, and I think the NYX one was like 0.68, so I think the NYX does a better job. I think it does a better job at pore filling and mattifying and keeping, my foundation in place throughout the day. I basically use this to use it, but it's not something that I would repurchase. Next is the Too Faced Hangover RX Primer. I like this, you guys. I really do. I love the way that this smells. Also, this like deluxe size here has lasted me for quite a long time. I mean, obviously I have a lot of primers to work through, but I mean, I do shop my stash and I do keep this in my drawer for a couple weeks at a time, so I'm using it daily, and this has really lasted for far longer than I thought it would. I like the consistency. It's got that, lotion-like consistency. It's white, blends right in, and it just feels good. It feels good on my skin, and so I know some people love it, some people hate it. I like it. And I would consider purchasing this in full size. I have a lot to get through, obviously, but this is one that I've really enjoyed using. All right, next up is the Urban Decay Optical Illusion. I like this. This will last you literally a lifetime. I wouldn't say that this is my holy grail, though. It is a nice sort of, smoothing primer. It does blend things out, but you have to be careful in the way that you use this. You really need to use sort of pressing and tapping motions to really blend this out properly. Otherwise, it can tend to pill up, but this does leave your skin feeling velvety soft. I just feel like for the money, this is it's spendy, and I didn't love it as much as the price, if that makes sense. So that's just kind of how I feel about that. I've been saying that after everyone, haven't I? All right, here's one, the Becca Velvet Blurring Primer. I was so excited to get this. I did receive this in gratis. Oh, I was almost bought it, and I was given it, and I was so excited about it. Look how messy this thing is, you guys. This is the weirdest, strangest primer I've ever seen in my life. I thought I was going to absolutely be crazy about this. It's very, very runny, you guys, extremely runny. I don't know if it's just totally different than what I thought it was going to be, but it's such a liquidy formula. So from what I gather, you're supposed to really press this into the skin sort of in circular motions. You really apply pressure and sort of blend it in like that. Now, this does leave your skin feeling super duper soft. I did not like it at first. I will admit I absolutely hated this at first. I do not like how runny and messy it is. You can squirt it out sometimes and it'll shoot out everywhere. This is not one that I would repurchase or purchase for the money. I think there's better options out there, to be quite frank. I prefer the optical over this. Which is kind of a bummer because I do like Becca primers, but this is my least favorite of all the Becca primers. And then the last one I have from Smashbox is a sample size of their original Photo Finish primer. I am no longer as oily as I used to be, so I'm going to give this another go. But the first time I purchased this, I actually decluttered it, gave it to my mother. She loves it. But for me personally, I felt like this made me oily throughout the day. I was also super oily back then, and I was trying to find a primer to mattify my skin. This made me feel excessively oily. Now that I am combo, I would be interested in trying it in the outer perimeters of my face. I'm going to give it a go. If it doesn't work for me, then Mom will just get another sample of it. I'm sure she'll be happy about that. This, you guys, is not this is for the money. No, I mean, you could get the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer and have the same exact effect, to be honest. This is very silicone, like, I don't know. It's just, I'm sure you've all used this. It's just honestly not, I don't know. I'm going to have to retry it now that my skin isn't as oily. I mean, I like the way that it feels once you blend it in, but I just feel like it did nothing to help control my oils throughout the day. For me, I need a primer. I use primers for specific things. In the outer perimeters of my face, I'm looking to hydrate, illuminate. I like that dewy finish. And then in the center of my face, I'm looking to find products that are going to help pore minimize and also mattify. So I'm kind of picky with my primers, but which is why I have so many. I've been trying out primers to find my holy grail. So yeah, you guys, that's my high-end primer collection. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're not getting bored with the collection series. But I really wanted to showcase the products that I have. That way you guys know what I have and what I'm working with. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe and ring the notification bell because I'd love to see your face next time. And then my next video will be my top 3 high-end, top 3 drugstore primers for you. That way I can kind of narrow it down a little bit further for you guys and tell you which ones I absolutely love the most. So I hope you find it helpful. I'll see you in the next one. You guys have a wonderful day. Thanks.